We're taking the AltSeason Copilot and the Pro Alerts to a whole new level. You can follow us over on Digital Currency Traders on Medium, where you can get a bunch of our information and our updates as they go, along with any of our authors who are writing their articles on Digital Currency Traders. You can now find our information over on Twitter. We've got a Facebook page that's now active because we're having everything automated from our trading spreadsheet through ChatGPT into all the different social media and platforms, so we can get our information out there to everybody now. So in this video, I want to talk about Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin dominance is going higher, then the Alt versus BTC pairs are probably going to suffer. So we should check all of the coins that we've been putting out as alerts recently to see where they stand. Up above, you can see the AltSeason Copilot spreadsheet. This provides the daily action matrix so that we can just quickly see which are the coins that are passing our threshold for our trading signal. And we can see that yesterday we had a whole bunch of coins pass over into hold status from alert status. And those coins we really want to double check and then watch our risk on them, because even though they've gone into hold status, they could still continue on their downtrend from here if Bitcoin dominance goes up. So let's take a look at a few of those charts. Up above me here, you can see the AltSeason Copilot for a general view of where the market is right now, according to our bottom formation. And you can also see our copy trading account actual realized percentage gains there up above, and that's live pull from the spreadsheet or from BitGet where our copy trading is run through. Now let's go through some of the charts to see where they stand against our trading signal. We can also go to Digital Currency Traders and read articles about our trading signal, as well as artificial intelligence technical analysis of this very same chart pattern, so you can compare what does the AI say versus what our trading signal actually is. And I have an article here that shows you how I went about doing this. So you can see here that it takes the information from our Pro Alert spreadsheet, and all it takes is the token name, and it does all of this research and puts our trading signal along with that research online. And you can grab all that stuff over on Digital Currency Traders and our social media as well. Now, with Bitcoin dominance making a double top formation here, what we could expect to see is altcoins would be doing exactly the opposite to this. On average, we can expect altcoins will be making a bottom and that they're coming back to brush against the same bottom again right now if they're doing the same as Bitcoin dominance. But some of the coins will have been breaking down further, while some of the coins will not have broken down as far. So we want to have a system that is going to help us identify that group of coins that are holding better than Bitcoin dominance. So when I invert this again and we start going through the coins, now as we start going through the coins, we've got two examples that are really great right off the start. We have 1 inch that's making lower lows here, just like Bitcoin dominance, and it's failing out terribly. Yet the very next coin in our list, AAVE, is doing very differently. And so we want a system that's going to catch these coins that are making the bottom and holding above, and let go of those coins that are making a little wick up and then fading off. We're going to let go of those ones. Now the thing is, there's no way to know which of these coins are going to be the one that takes off. So we do a very little position in all of them, and then we only hold the ones that show us a profit. So our job now is to go through now and manage risk, which means that we're going to be reducing the positions in the coins that are not proving us correct, and we're going to be adding on to the coins that have proven us correct. Let's continue to go through a few more charts here. Versus BTC, we can see that we got wicked into AGLD and it's pulled back a little bit, but it's still within our trading parameters. This is still great, and it's holding above the recent 1, 2, 3 we can see from the past here. So this is a perfect example of a very small trade where we'd have very little action to do in this, and we sit and let that go through this process. Alice is another one that I've been watching for a while, and you can see that we got into it, got tagged out again and again and again and again. You can see it's come back a little bit, but it's within our trading parameters, so there's nothing to do here. It's important that we do nothing at this state. ARKM is another one that just wicked us in, and we're holding on to it. There's nothing to do here. ASTR is another one. We can see that all of these coins are doing something different than Bitcoin dominance. These are the ones that are bucking the trend. And some of the coins that we haven't gotten into yet just haven't finished out a bottom formation deep enough that we can start our positioning in it. Here's one that we got into, but it kicked us out, and we'll watch for another chance to get into this one a little bit later. AXS is one that I'm watching now that it's come down to this position. I think Bake just wicked us out on this trade, maybe not. We'll have to go and check the spreadsheet itself. Bell is one that just tagged us in. So for me, this is a beautiful trade. It's above the small 1, 2, 3 formation. It wicked us in, but it's within their trading parameters. For me, so long as I'm trading small on this, then there's nothing for me to do and I can relax. Bitcoin is another one that finished a 1, 2, 3 formation. It's broken out. It's come back to test above the 1, 2, 3. So this is perfect. There's nothing to do in this one. Cake is yet another example that's bucking the trend. All of these coins are doing something different than what Bitcoin dominance is doing. So we can't just look at Bitcoin dominance. We have to go through all the coins, and then each day we got to filter out which are the coins that are doing something against the trend. And the AltSeason Copilot is fantastic for that because it updates once a day, and all you have to do is a very small position in any of those trades. It takes you about 20 minutes to go through it all, and man, it's proven itself over the years for so long. It is phenomenal. I love it. CFX is another one that wicked us in and has pulled us back. So long as you're small, it's okay. Comp also did the same thing. This is great. I love that it is making consolidation. Now, if price moves up from here, it gives me some places to move the stop loss up. After price moves up, now I can move my stop loss up to here. And then after price moves up again, I can move it up above our entry. So still quite a ways for this one before I'm going to be out of stage 2 of the trade and into stage 3 of the trade, where risk is managed and it's not my job anymore. COTI, another one that got wicked in, but it's still within our trading parameters. And if we look at this on a short time frame, we can see that we have the short time frame 1, 2, 3. It broke above that, wicked us in. We could have waited a little bit, and then it came back and consolidated. And it's important in our trading style to be small enough that we can let things go through these kind of ranges. It's really great. And as we go through coin after coin after coin after coin, we can see it's the exact same story because of the way we filtered this out. Here's an exception. It really wicked us in and pulled back quite a bit, but still, I'm good with that. Here's another one that wicked us in and has pulled back quite a bit, but I'm good with this chart. One of the reasons this system works overall is that we're catching all of these coins that could make big moves. We catch a small position of it, and the ones that do make a big move, we can catch a bit of that, and it pays for a lot of those coins that didn't make a big move or actually cost us a bit of money. So these few trades that make massive moves, they're super important to our overall system. But the only way you can catch them is to be there, and the only way to be there really safely is to do it really, really small. So here we are looking at GRT. Same story. That 1, 2, 3 broke above it. It's holding fantastic. ICP wicked us in. I'm good to be holding on to this because it's a very small trade and we can just sit on it. IMX got us into it. Immutable. INJ wicked us in and it's consolidating a little bit. I like this chart. It's not bad. Not my favorite, but not bad. Joe got us in there. And look at those 3 bottoms. That's the 3 touches of death. That's the death of the downtrend. And if we got a position here now, we can add on to this and later. Another one that we're watching or maybe got stopped into now or wicked into there is Link. And then we're watching Mana really close. Matic really watching for this one. That's a great support and resistance level. MAV I'm watching. I think I'd have to move that stop down a little bit more. So as we go to the next panel here, we have NTRN. We have OGN. I believe we just got wicked into that one. ORDI, we have a position in that. ORN, we just got touched into that, I think. OXT, we're into that one and I like it. Pendle, this is good. People, I like it. That's a great chart formation and I'm super grateful to have that position there. Perp looks good to me. Actually, OP is a token that I just started watching because I just became a publisher on their platform, where if you publish on their platform, you can earn crypto. So we'll check that out. I haven't published anything on there yet. I haven't tried it. So Rare really took off and pulled back. And this is Rare looks like it's consolidating now and it might do another move, but I'm grateful that I did get out of that when it broke that chart formation. And let's go over a few trades in the next slide panel. We can see here, again, this is very different than Bitcoin dominance where we have the higher lows out of that 1, 2, 3. Great stuff. FP, if we don't have a position or if I don't have a signal, I think I would want one right there. This is looking really great. SOL we're still holding on to. It's kind of wild. Maybe it'll continue. And there again, STX is a fantastic chart. We can see that our system is not picking the average coin. We're not going with Bitcoin dominance, which is the average of everything. TON, this one has pulled back deeply, and there's a lot of stuff in the news about some guy got arrested. And I don't know. This is what I drew a while ago, that these are the technical levels it should come back to and consolidate before we're adding on to our original position. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't know. TRB, looking great. Those are higher lows, really nice. TRU wicked us in there, but it's still above support and resistance. I like this chart. I like that. TRX, I wrote this earlier and it's looking great, but I didn't actually trade it, I don't think. What else do we have here? TWT setting up. UMA, I don't know if that's a valid trade. This one's getting pretty wild, but we'll have to watch to see what it does when we get closer. Here's one that we did quite a while ago and been holding on to it, just sitting on it, not making a great deal of profit, but nothing to do. XLM, we got wicked into it. It's holding sideways, just mostly because of what Ripple was doing. And I'm prepared for Ripple to pull all the way back, so that I haven't moved my stop loss yet. I'm expecting that it's going to wreck everybody and then take off. So while I could move my stop above the entry, if it did a wick like that, it would make a whole bunch more work for me. So I'm going to leave it back, let it have that room, instead of trying to protect this trade. I think protecting this trade would increase my risk on this position because it is so small. I want to keep this position so that when we do start building higher from here, I can add on to that more safely. So those are my thoughts on Bitcoin dominance and the altcoins. Bitcoin dominance is making a double top here. A whole raft of altcoins are holding against this trend. Our system is getting into these coins before Bitcoin dominance is topping out, and it's not the first time. Our system did the same thing in the alt seasons through this period, and we also caught an alt season here that's not even shown in the charts. We made some great gains here. I made some profits through this period. I more than doubled my account through this period of time. So there's money to be made, and now our system is showing us that we are getting into the alts before Bitcoin dominance is topping out. So if those coins do start taking off, we're going to be managing our risk by adding on to those trades just when everybody else is waking up. But only the future will let us know if that's what's actually going to happen. Even though I don't know the future, what's setting up here in the AltSeason Copilot is really important data. And when we go through the Pro Alerts and we see the specifics of every single one of those coins and where they're holding above our entry positions, I think this is it. I think this is the top formation. And if it isn't, I will pay the insurance premium of getting kicked out of all those trades and take those losses. Anyway, trade safe now and keep those losses small.